Hi, James McLean again with FTI Capital Advisors. Today I want to talk about something in the M&A process called an indication of interest letter. There's a lot to say about this, and a lot of this will be obvious to bankers and other people who are directly in the M&A business, but often I find there are points of confusion about what this thing is and what it isn't. So first of all, an indication of interest letter, sometimes called an IOI, is the first step in an acquisition process. It's a letter received from a buyer who has typically read materials about your company prepared by your banker, sketching out the general terms of an acquisition. I won't go into everything that's in the letter, but basically the letter frames out the broad brush strokes of what a deal could look like with a buyer. Generally, it starts off with some fairly laudatory prose about us, giving some history of the buyer's firm and why they would be such a wonderful partner/owner for your business, based on all of our experience investing in companies exactly like yours. Then the letter, very importantly, will specify a valuation for your company, typically in a range. Some of the other items that you'll see will be the type of consideration, meaning how much cash they will pay and how much of the seller's shares are expected to be rolled over into the new co. They'll also give a short overview of their expected financing sources, as well as an overview of the due diligence process they would expect to undertake. But the most important thing to understand about the IOI is that it is completely non-binding. It is an expression of interest, nothing more. It's not a promise or a firm bid of any kind. It may be exciting to receive these letters and see numbers on a page valuing your company, but you're a long way at this stage before a completed deal. It is by no means what's referred to as an LOI, or a letter of intent, which is still not binding other than confidentiality. But the LOI is the comprehensive framework of a deal and lays out all the substantive terms. It can be thought of as a handshake deal. What an IOI really is saying from a buyer is, we are interested enough in this investment opportunity to devote more time to it. We want to learn more, and that's really it. And for most investors, their most valuable resource is time. So what they're effectively saying, in most cases, of course under normal circumstances, that this opportunity is interesting enough to us that we'd be willing to get on a plane and spend half a day meeting with the management team if you gave us that opportunity. And frankly, that's totally reasonable. I mean, how could they put a really fine point on valuation, given that the only information they have about your company is typically the book that you've given them? However, these letters are very important in the acquisition process, and in the next video I'm going to examine how we actually look at these letters and how we use them to organize a structured and thoughtful sale process that leads to a great outcome. Thanks for listening, and please feel free to like or share this video, and you can reach me at james.mclane@fticonsulting.com. Happy Friday.